So the title of my talk is Saving Lives, and saving lives relating to lung cancer. And that's a pretty exciting concept. And let me emphasize where that comes from. Some of you might have seen that earlier this year, it was announced that we had the largest drop ever in cancer mortality. And this is largely driven by reductions in lung cancer mortality. So that's what's exciting. Cancer deaths are down in the United States overall. And for cardiothoracic surgeons, the exciting part is that's driven dominantly by improvements in lung cancer outcomes. A common question is, why aren't more people being screened? Because the uptake is still very low. And I agree. It's disappointingly still low in terms of the number of people eligible for lung cancer screening as opposed to those that are getting it, still really in the single digits. But there's also good reasons for that. One is it's new. We're only 5 years into lung cancer screening. It takes time to ramp up programs, to initiate programs, and to change some of the routines that primary care and specialists have in expectations about lung cancer screening. But a second aspect is that there's been, at least initially, some skepticism and some criticism of the adoption of lung cancer screening based upon just the National Lung Screening Trial. And I think that skepticism has delayed some of the implementation as well. But in the last couple of years, with additional studies supporting lung cancer screening, I think most of that skepticism has now been allayed, and that there are very few that think that there isn't substantial benefit of lung cancer screening. And I'm hopeful that that will allow us to start to screen more patients and offer more patients the chance of being lung cancer survivors. So some ask how surgeons should be involved in lung cancer screening. Shouldn't surgeons just wait for the cancers to come to them and then take them out? And I argue pretty strongly against that. I think that surgeons have a very important role in lung cancer screening programs, in actually the organization of the program. But surgeons also bring a very important perspective on nodule workup and management, on the most efficient diagnostic and staging tests, and are a critical part of the lung cancer screening team. And so I think surgeons have a very important role and should not simply take a passive role of waiting for a cancer to be diagnosed and then moving ahead with treatment.